What's up, dude? Spaz here. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about the Death Wish DLC that came out for Payday 2 yesterday. Reading your feedback has been quite fun because it seems as though half of you out there are enjoying this, whereas the other half, you guys have so much rage pulsing through your veins that at any given moment you might punch the cutest animal in existence, but I don't blame you because there are some things about this patch, update, and or DLC that I'm not a big fan of. But let's first go through the changelog and talk about all the things that they changed and or added in this DLC/update. If I gloss over anything or if I miss anything, I will have links in the description of this video so that you will have all the information you would need about this DLC. So first thing that they added is the new Death Wish difficulty. If you're familiar with Payday the Heist, it is similar to Overkill 145. They also added 35 new achievements and 4 new masks. Those two are associated. To unlock those masks, you have to complete all contracts for different difficulty settings or difficulty levels. So for example, to unlock the first mask, you have to complete every heist on hard, then you'll have access to this infamous mask. Second mask, complete every infamous heist on very hard. Third mask, every heist on overkill, etc. They also added 2 new enemies. The first one is the Gensec Elite. He is a lighter urban camo unit, and it seems like he's a little bit more accurate and soaks up a little bit more damage than some of your standard enemies. But the new addition, the one we need to be careful of, is the new Bulldozer. He is also wearing a lighter urban camo, but he has a black faceplate, an armored faceplate with a skull painted on it. And the thing about this dozer is he's carrying an LMG and he hits hard and he's very accurate. But the biggest thing about this dozer that as soon as you go down, as soon as you get downed by this dozer, there's no bleed out, there's no fighting back, there's no that, oh, I'll get a few more shots in on this guy. Nope, you're down and out for the count. You have to engage this guy from range. If he gets close, make sure everybody in your lobby is focusing on this dude, because I can't tell you how many times I have failed rats on Death Wish so far because this guy gets inside the house and he can down an entire crew in less than 10 seconds. Pretty powerful new unit. Also added a new melee weapon. We have brass knuckles now. They're pretty cool looking. Look forward to slapping some more people in some solo stealthing. And then they also added a boost system to CrimeNet. Easiest way to explain this is that Overkill wanted to encourage variety in the heists you guys are performing and discourage contract farming. So if you were to buy rats, complete that contract, and then buy rats again, you're going to make less XP each and each time. Whereas if you were to switch up contracts, you get a little bit of an XP boost for varying your contract purchases. Now, the last changes I want to bring up are those two stealthing, because those are the biggest changes. Those are what everybody's talking about, and there are 3 major stealthing changes outside of specific map changes associated with the Death Wish difficulty. Essentially, what I'm trying to say, there's more changes than just the increased number of guards and different mechanics on the maps. So, for example, there are now Titan cameras, which they're kind of like Titan safes, right? You can't C4 or lockpick Titan safes. You can't shoot or melee Titan cameras. You can use ECM jammers to block out the camera feed, and the only way to take out these cameras for good is to take out the guy manning them. But on some maps, there isn't a security guard manning the cameras, so those Titan cameras are going to be there 24/7, making heists a little bit different. Other ghost changes or other stealth changes, these are the big ones right here, guys. The number of body bags a player can carry has been reduced to 2, and the player can no longer convert law enforcers during stealth. No more infinite body bags. You can only body bag 2 people. That's huge. And then we are no longer able to use Joker while stealthing, essentially eliminating some of the heists solo stealth. There's no possible way of doing train heists anymore. A lot of these heists with these changes to these stealthing mechanics, you are going to have to play a game of cat and mouse with the guards and not take them down. But that's it for the changelog. Like I said, if I missed anything, check the description for some links for more details on this DLC. Let's go ahead and talk about some of my first impressions and initial thoughts of Death Wish. So it may come as a surprise to you guys, but I'm going to be very brief with my first impressions and initial thoughts of this DLC. Yesterday, I took a break after playing quite a bit, and I'm sitting down and I'm going over all the things that a lot of you have complained about, and I see the same things. There are certain aspects of this that I dislike. I don't like how they've nerfed certain parts of the stealthing. I don't like how at times going loud can be a bit over the top in terms of difficulty. And I was thinking about all these things and having some inner dialogue, and I finally got to the point where I was like, man, I don't know what Overkill's trying to do here. And normally I would say that with the sense of, oh my god, I hate the new ghost or the new stealthing changes. I don't like Titan cams. I think it's a little bit over the top here. I think it's this over there. And normally I would say, I just don't know what they're doing. And I would say that in a place in like I was casting judgment, right? But it got to the point yesterday where I finally realized that when I said that out loud, that's the honest to God truth. I don't know what Overkill is doing. I have no clue. And when you really think about it, nobody does, except for Overkill. They see the entire puzzle. We only see pieces, right? We see Deathwish, and although from the surface and what we've been exposed to so far, it may appear to be really crappy, you know, with not being able to stealth certain missions, with certain things appearing to be broken, and all that stuff may appear to be really crappy, but we're only seeing one piece of the puzzle. Overkill is looking at the new skill tree changes that are coming down soon. They're looking at the infamy system. They're looking at everything. They're looking at how this wheel runs as one piece, and they're trying to get Deathwish to fit in with that. And they have an understanding, a better understanding of what they're trying to accomplish with everything than we do. We're seeing this thing that, you know, right now it kind of sucks, but Overkill might recognize that we don't like it, and they're going to try to massage it in and fit it in with new skill tree changes, fit it in with the infamy system. All I'm trying to tell you, and the reason I wanted to make this video, is to let you guys know, don't panic yet. If you don't like Deathwish, if you don't like this update, don't panic. It was the same way with Update 13, if you guys don't remember. Overkill nerfed a ton of stuff in Update 13. They made it a lot more difficult. A lot of people were freaking out at the time, but a week later they tweaked, they reined in some of the changes, and everybody was pretty much happy for the most part. Not to say you can please everybody, but for the most part the community had quieted down. The same thing's going to happen here with Deathwish, guys. The amount of people, the amount of community members that are upset with some of the things in Deathwish, in particular the stealthing mechanics, it's not going to stay this way. There's no way it's going to stay this way. Even Goldfarb has tweeted that there are changes coming to the ghost tree that will make people happy to stealth again. Like I said, all we're seeing is one piece of the puzzle, and we're worried about it. And we need to just kind of go, all right, well, there are some things that we don't like. We're going to add some constructive criticism. We're going to go ahead and tell the devs what we think in a civil way, and we're just going to be patient for a week while they make these changes. That's what's going to happen. It's happened before in the past. It's going to happen again in the future. I like the concept of Deathwish. I just don't think that they have implemented it very well. But like I said, we don't know yet because we don't know what the new skill tree changes are, and we don't know how Infamy is going to play into all this. So, yes, I'm not a big fan right now, but in the future I might be sold on Deathwish. We will see. But that's it for this one, guys. I just wanted to give you, you know, a video what's in this DLC and what I think of it so far. I apologize if I let you down with my opinion. I can't really rant about something I don't have enough information about. Or I can't really talk about something where I don't understand what the final concept or intent of Overkill is. But stay tuned for more in-depth analysis of Deathwish. I'm probably going to put off playing these Deathwish missions until I get back to level 100, because in order to make an accurate assessment on the difficulty of these missions, I want to be doing them with a level 100 build, and then scaling back, saying, okay, what level can I get away with on these missions, rather than me trying to figure all this stuff out now when I could possibly be using those extra skill points. So stay tuned for those videos, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll catch you later. Ciao.